I'm Jason with Backpack Fly Fishing, and today I'm going to give you a quick tour of my fly tying desk. The desk itself is actually a craft desk. I think I picked it up at Michael's or some kind of craft store like that. And it's pretty nice. It's got some drawers, which I'll go through in here in a minute. And I also store materials in these boxes on top of the desk and to the side of the desk, and we'll go through that in a minute too. All right, let's start at the top, and in the upper cabinets here, I've got different things like glitter and foam. I've got some capes and dry fly hackle in there. And in here, I've got just some extra floss and things I don't use that much. Here's an epoxy turner for saltwater flies. In the right side of my desk, I've got some fly boxes. This is kind of overflow storage for my gear bag where I carry my other fly boxes, but basically, in here I've got everything from midges to saltwater flies to steelhead flies, you name it. Basically, just about every type of fly pattern that you can imagine. And the top drawer on the left is where I keep most of my wet fly hackle. So I've got hen capes in here and Amherst pheasant, partridge, basically just any type of wet hackle. Then in the bottom drawer are feathers, so things like pheasant tails, etc. Partridge, and turkey biots, basically just general feathers. Okay, so when the desk is opened, you can see that I've got some racks here with different threads and floss and wire, and I've got a little thing here where I keep my tools, so they're always right at hand. On the right, I've got different chemicals, so swax, fly floatant, head cement, hair stackers, bobbin, etc. Then on the left, just got a few fly tying books in there. Here's my fly tying lamp. That's a halogen. And this is my Dynaking Squire vise, which has served me pretty well over the years. Up top, I've got some more drawers. So these are things that I just like to keep right at hand. So the first row is mostly hooks. So I've got, these are my dry fly hooks, wet fly hooks, these are streamer hooks, and finally saltwater hooks. And in the last drawer I've just got some miscellaneous random tools. You see I've got a bunch of Tenkara USA vials in there too, but stuff that I don't use all that often, but still want quick access to when I need it. And at the top row, I've got more materials, so that one's empty. Actually, these are beads. So I've got glass beads, titanium, tungsten beads, all different kinds of eyes and bead chains. Next drawer, I've got ribbing material. So there's some horsehair, different types of micro chenille, and basically all just different types of ribbing material. Then in the last drawer, I've got marabou. Now let's go through my material boxes. These are boxes my wife got me, I think also at Michael's, but just kind of generic storage boxes. Let's open up the first one here, and this is all of my hair. So this is where I keep all my elk hair, rabbit fur, etc. One of my favorite flies of all time is elk hair caddis, so I've got all the different types of elk hair in there. Next one is synthetics. So this is where I keep things like Flashabou, Swiss straw, rubber legs, crystal flash, basically any kind of mylar or any kind of synthetic material is where I keep in here. I don't use too much of this for my trout fishing. It's mostly for things like saltwater flies, and you can tell I don't do a very good job of keeping it from getting tangled up or organizing it. Next box, this is dubbing material. So I've got everything in here from Antron to all different kinds of naturals and synthetics. It's kind of, again, not very organized, but it's kind of a difficult chore to keep all this organized. So I have to do a little bit of a scavenger hunt when I'm searching for just the perfect dubbing. The next one is yarn. So I've got glow bug yarn, rug yarn, all different types of yarn. There's a little bit of things like Estaz in here, which I consider to be yarn. I've also got all my chenille in here. So I don't use this one too much. Again, I used to use this a lot more when I was into steelheading, but don't use it too much for trout flies out here in Colorado. Now the nice thing about my desk is that you can see everything fits inside under here, and I can just close it up when I'm done and basically hide the mess.